What is going on, guys? Back to back, and today we got a brand new video looking at some news out of the Bitcoin conference here, and Jack Mallers having a massive announcement there, as he always does. Last year, it was him talking about El Salvador adopting Bitcoin, allowing Bitcoin to be legal tender, and signing that into a bill. And now this year, his announcement is just as big as that one. Maybe not as flashy, but it could maybe just a little bit bigger even if you actually really think about it. So we can look at his entire presentation here from the Bitcoin 2022 conference. And first up, just this slide alone, Strike partnered with Shopify. We know Shopify is a giant e-commerce brand. Tons of people do e-commerce through Shopify. So Strike partnering with them, opening up the Lightning Network, and the Lightning Network doesn't mean Bitcoin only. You have to pay with Bitcoin or something. You can pay with dollars with any currency around the world, and you use the Lightning Network. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin, but it runs on Bitcoin rails. That's what lets you be able to use any currency in the world. And it cuts out middlemen and fees and all of this stuff that happens behind the scenes for the merchant side, which was what his entire kind of presentation here was all about. Was the merchant side has had no innovation for over 50 years, and it's about time that we do something to innovate. So then this is explaining the card network from how the card network actually works. When you go to the store, you think it's seamless, just kind of you put your card in, you pay for your things, and then you leave. But behind the scenes, there's so much going on here where if this is you and this is the store you're buying from, your information goes from your bank to the card network. The card network makes sure that you actually have the money. Then the card network tells this store's bank that yes, they actually have the money. And then this bank sends the money to the card network, but they take a little bit of a fee. They keep $1 or $2 for themselves because what are you going to do? You're already walking out with the stuff. So they come out here, send it to the card network. The card network thinks, that's a pretty decent idea. I'll take my fee. They take 3% or whatever it is, and then they go give it to this bank, which ends up having not as much money as what the product was worth. So if the product was $100, you pay $100, and after all these fees, the store might only get $97. So you actually you lose a lot through the fee system that we have now, and there's just nothing you can really do about it if you're a merchant. Until now. And this is exactly what the solution is, what the ability of the Lightning Network can do. And they use Bitcoin because it runs on Bitcoin rails, but you can just have yourself interacting directly with the store. You don't need 3 people in this transaction. So when you buy something, you have five parties in total that are involved in the transaction. You have yourself, you have your bank, you have the card network, you have the store, and then you have the store's bank. All of those guys need to talk information, give each other your information, make sure you have the money, send the money, do all this stuff, all these fees, very complicated stuff. And now it doesn't have to be that complicated. We can see right here, it can just be your money, you send it through the Lightning Network, and the store gets the money. There's no fees. If you spend $100, the store gets $100. And this is why there's so much things that can go massive with Bitcoin that is beyond just Bitcoin, the asset itself. The network is extremely powerful, and this is one way you can do it. If you don't think stores like Walmart, Home Depot, Targets, all of these kinds of big giant corporate stores, if you don't think that they're willing to switch to a payment method that has 0 fees and save 3 to 5%, add that revenue on to their company and improve their share value, improve their numbers, just look overall better, you're crazy. They would do this in a heartbeat, and it is pretty much happening at this point. And then right here, he shows a video of them, doing the Lightning Network transaction on Shopify, kind of walks it through a clothing provider here, just kind of adds it to cart, does all this stuff. Then you can see they scroll down and you have your option, you have your credit cards, PayPal, and then Strike Commerce, Strike has the API for businesses to put this in the Lightning Network, but the Lightning Network isn't centralized. Like a lot of people say, Lightning Network, it's controlled by Strike. It's not. There's nodes that run the Lightning Network, so it's not controlled by Strike. But there, you pick that, and then that simple as that. Brings you to the Strike app with a Lightning invoice, and you can use any Lightning wallet you want. They're using Cash App. Cash App supports Lightning. Boom. And then there you go.
Yes.
Then bang, you paid with the Lightning Network. This $116, the person selling the clothes got those exact $116. They didn't have a bunch of fees to pay and all this stuff that even in Shopify, you have to pay the fees to the card networks. So let's see his explanation. He's going to explain everything here.
I'll publish this. You can play it back. It's $115.94. Okay. So
96 cents or 98. One of those.
Cash App was on the consumer side. This is shit that has never been possible. First innovation since 1949.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay. So boom,
50 years.
What happened? The Cash App user spent just over 250,000 sats. The Bitcoin hopped on to the superior payment network, the one that's better than the Boomer was Americard network. There's only 2 parties involved in this transaction. There were not 3 other intermediaries. Only 2. The Bitcoin moved at the speed of light, and then just before it got there, converted to dollars, and Warren got $150, $15.94, and he was mind blown. He was like, yo, it didn't work. I didn't get any Bitcoin. I'm like, no, dude, I know. He's like, how am I going to report this on my audit financials? We're a big company. We sell millions of dollars of clothes every single launch. That was insane. It just got there right away. Right?
And that is crazy for the merchant side of things, where people, when we spend money, we see it, being instantly either gone or, assume that it's just instant, but it's not. It can take 2 days. It could take 14 days to settle a transaction when you buy something. And with the Lightning Network, you get it instantly. It just instantly happens. This example is Bitcoin, but you can use dollars, whatever, in Lightning. But, Bitcoin, if you wanted to spend your Bitcoin, you can spend it through Lightning, and the store never has to receive Bitcoin. They can receive dollars and just not even have to worry about accounting Bitcoin or Bitcoin volatility or any of that stuff. And they can just have fun with the money that they're selling. It's kind of crazy. It's a big innovation and really big for the merchant side.
And I could have used Strike on this side if I wanted to. And so I don't like spending my Bitcoin. I could have spent the dollars, and it could have auto-converted. Even cooler,
use the dollars. Use anything.
Use the wallet of Satoshi and use Aussie dollars, right? And if Warren, the thing that's cool about Warren, whatever happens on the left, Warren gets $115. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what's going on the left. Warren.
And that's also the crazy part with Lightning, is that it's an open network, so anything can happen. And because it runs on Bitcoin, which is a global asset, any currency can be used to buy it. So if you have Australian dollars, you can use Australian dollars. It'll convert into Bitcoin, then convert into dollars instantly at the speed of light, and then they get the $115 US dollars and not have to worry about foreign exchanges or foreign currencies and all of these different types of weird hurdles with this. You just instantly get the money that you want. You could decide if you want it in whatever currency. You could get it in Bitcoin. You can do whatever you want. And then another huge part is that it doesn't have this closed circuit. Like if like MasterCard, if it's it has to be a MasterCard if you want to work with a MasterCard thing. And here, even if you have Cash App and you wanted to send money to someone with PayPal or Venmo, you can't do that. You can't send it outside of closed networks. But with Lightning, if they all had Lightning enabled, you could send money from Cash App to PayPal to Venmo to any app you want, to anyone that your friends have if you're paying them for something, and not even have to think about it. It doesn't matter. It's an open system. You use whatever one you like, they use whatever one they like, and then they work together because Lightning doesn't have a closed system. And then the biggest announcement that was made there from Jack is talking about the massive amounts of stores that are going to be accepting Bitcoin, whether they know they're accepting Bitcoin or not, they're using Lightning. And this is just a list of a bunch of the stores. He partnered with one of the largest point of sale providers in the US. So you can get Lightning invoices if you go to any stores, McDonald's, Walmart, all of these name brand stores, giant stores, and literally pay with Bitcoin. And the store gets dollars. They're not getting Bitcoin and stuff, but you're using Bitcoin rails, and you can pay with Bitcoin. So another use case for Bitcoin down the happening. And a lot of people where they say you can't spend Bitcoin, you can't use it, it's worthless. That point, down the drain. You can use Bitcoin now wherever you want, or basically wherever you want. So here we have, he's going to go in person, spend Bitcoin, use a Lightning Network, in a store, in person, buying everyday things. The store just knows they have a better payment method and they're getting more money without paying the fees. And he gets to spend his Bitcoin however you want with any Lightning wallet you want.
Recently, watch this. Yo, we're in sunny Chicago. We're gonna walk into a grocery store and buy some Coke over Tor. A card network is not gonna process this transaction. Bitcoin's open monetary network is gonna process this transaction. Let's go. Hello.
Hey.
Can I check out each of these separately? I'll do the Coke first. Let's buy some Coke over Tor, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Open payment standard. This grocery store is showing an open payment standard to receive dollars in their cash register. I could use any Lightning wallet I want. I'm gonna go with Zap, which is connected to my Lightning node running over Tor at my house. So I simply hit send, scan the QR code, confirm by entering my PIN, and Bitcoin is leaving my node over Tor as dollars enter her cash register. Boom. I'll go with Peanuts next. Shout out Peanuts if you know, you know.
Spending Bitcoin.
The one and only Cash App. 70 million Americans can do this. I'm simply going to scan.
Doesn't matter what app you want to use, as long as it has Lightning.
Enter my PIN and confirm the Lightning payment. Money is leaving Cash App over an open payment standard and entering dollars in her cash register. Can I use pay with QR code for that Bud Light? Thank you. We've also integrated for point of sale systems that are not interoperable an ability to pay with a QR code. So I'm going to present my QR code. Awesome, thank you. I have it programmed to open my Moon wallet.
Even a way to do it without the screen.
The payment pulled up right here. I'm gonna send. Should be good?
Yeah.
Good to go?
Yes, we're good to go.
So that is massive announcements. It's not as flashy as a country, you know, making Bitcoin legal tender, but it might have a bigger impact overall because you're going to be able to spend Bitcoin here in the US at basically any retailer and just be able to do it however you want. If you want to protect privacy, you can use Tor, run your own Tor node and run it through there. If you want to use Cash App, done. Use Strike, done. Use its own Lightning wallet. You can do all of that. It doesn't matter what you want to use. It's an open network. Anything can be used and it's all going to work together. I mean, this is steps in the right direction of Bitcoin adoption, and you know, this is happening way faster than anyone thought it would ever happen. Another amazing announcement from Jack Mallers. He never ceases to disappoint. He always comes on stage, has something big happening, and 2 years in a row now of something pretty big happening in Bitcoin. Everything moves forward. If you don't see a future in Bitcoin, I don't know what you're looking at, but that is going to do it for this video. As always, I'm going to smash the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next video.